everybody, Happy New Year. It's Dara and I am celebrating by making a juice. This is day one of 2013. 2012 was about transformation and now it's time to cleanse up and get this party started. And so I am making juice that's really, really good for gallbladder, liver, kidneys, skin, blood, and I'm using beets and beet greens. And the beet greens are so high in, they've got iron and they're really high in vitamin C. And I'm really excited to use them. They're bitter and they're wonderful and they will complement my apple really nicely. Apple is really good for the heart and cleanses the kidneys and liver as well. And we want the whites of our eyes to be really white, and that's what is a function. When our eyes aren't white, you can tell that the liver is probably overtaxed. So this is a wonderful cleanse, and the beet greens are also anti-inflammatory. This all will have potassium, which lowers blood pressure. And then I'm going to use fresh, a nice big piece of fresh ginger, which is anti-inflammatory, antiviral, so good for this winter time of year. And I might even put a little bit of habanero in for a kick. And that has capsaicin in it, which boosts our metabolism. So for any of you looking to lose weight, adding a little spice to the diet not only keeps you warm, but is good for metabolism. Now, Dr. Graham in the 80-10-10 diet does not promote that, so this is what I would call my low-fat, raw vegan fun. But I have to say, when I was following his plan completely for our 30-day challenge, I didn't crave the spice, so I could leave it out, but he's saying that it causes our body to produce mucus to get it out. I don't know. I'll let you know how I feel after I drink it today. So here we go. Make the juice. I could put beets in. I could just do the beet greens. We'll see. Now you'll notice I'm using the Samson juicer, which is it gets more juice out of the leafy greens. So if you were going to juice wheatgrass or you wanted to juice dill and things that are fine, this gets the most juice for your money, but you have to spend time chopping the vegetables smaller and putting in one piece at a time. Whereas the Breville Fountain Elite, which I like to use if I'm doing a juice cleanse and I'm juicing all the time, then I will use something that doesn't take so much time. Oh, that's funny, I put the pulp one. The screen goes on the juice one. And the pulp is so nice if you want to make crackers, if you're into having crackers, if you need that crunch. Once you follow the raw vegan plan for a while, you'll find that you just want your food to have hydration. You don't really need dehydrated foods as much. You don't crave them. So I'm really excited about this new year. I'm excited that we made it through 2012. The last couple of months I thought were just wild. I mean, wild and weird and wacky behavior, and people were agitated. I just look my hair in my face. People were really agitated and doing strange things and really some bad things. And now, since December 21st, I have felt a shift. And it's all about love, and it's all about the heart. So when we're setting our intentions, let's be really good to our hearts, which is, we want to come from the heart. When we follow our heart, everything good happens. We follow our intuition and our hearts. And that, I think, is what it's all about. If you do a decision based on money, it never works out right. It never works out the same. But if you do something for the love of it, the money, abundance, prosperity, friends, joy, family follow. So I'm so incredibly grateful for this past year and the work I put into reaching out and doing my thing here has just been such a reward. At the holiday party at Essential Living Foods, I just felt so completely rewarded for everything I've put out because I got to meet in person so many of the beauties, our family beauties, and I felt the love. And I can feel it. I can feel it right now. So things are tough. You know, sometimes I was writing a blog for More with Dara today, and what I was really thinking about is a lot of times if we don't pay attention and sometimes we're not seeing things clearly, and we let things stay in our lives that don't belong. And when we do that, and if those things or people or situations or jobs are not supposed to be there, sometimes they will get ripped away. Sometimes the people will do really bad behavior and it hurts. Sometimes our jobs will be taken away. Sometimes things get lost or stolen, or, you know, things happen and it feels so awful at the time. And it hurts. Surprising, you know, denial, like I can't believe this is happening. Like what? Who behaves like that? Who does that? I had some experiences over the past couple months that were like crazy, like people behaving and doing things that I would never have thought they would have done. Really weird. Really weird. Anyway, so I realized that it was, you know, it was at a time when I had asked for a clearing and asked for, you know, making sure that I'm clear about who's in my life and why, and, you know, being clear on what everybody means. And I got shown some things, and it was really, it smarted. And then after that, we get to stop and sit back and say, okay, that really happened for a reason. And I'm glad that it did, even though it hurt, because it's opening up space where there wasn't space before, because energetically these things take up space in our lives. If they're not taking up time and real physical energy, they are taking up space. So we get to be grateful. This is really going to be an apple ginger juice with some beet green flavor. It's going to be lovely. So this is just a little snack because I had the apples and I wanted to use them, and I had the beet greens and I wanted to use them. I'll tell you what's a nice thing to do is just take fresh ginger and juice that alone and keep it in the refrigerator, and when you want a little bit of ginger tea, you just pour a little bit of the fresh ginger juice in hot water with a little bit of honey and lemon. So delicious. So helps you digest. So if you've fallen off any wagon or gotten off track, as I like to say, it's time to get back on. This is it. This is it, everybody. It's time to get back on the track and love ourselves, take care of ourselves. And look at my pretty new glasses. I got these at the Madonna Inn when I went there for my daughter's birthday, and I'm gonna have my juice in that. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, it looks just rich for my blood. It's red for the blood, for the heart. Here's to the heart. Wow, that is strong. Not for the meek, but absolutely delicious. So get your greens on, everybody. Happy New Year, and I will see you really soon.